WrestleMania debut, which also what a huge thing this is, it was huge then too, that I'd be kind of nervous. But because I had Mr. Perfect, regardless, probably one of the premier guys, the Miss Houston is going to take me by the hand and walk me through my match. And so I was just sitting in the back. I wasn't even really going over much. I figured Kirsten's going to walk us through. For any of you guys, or anybody here still thinks wrestling's all totally real, I'm sorry. You talk things over beforehand. Sorry to crush you for that. But, however, that being said, I get out in the ring, and Vince McMahon, the ultimate marketing guy, WWE, he wants to add to my Lex Luger total package. He adds on the narcissist. He has me go out with all these Las Vegas showgirls, 6 of them holding these gigantic mirrors, because narcissist loves to look at himself, which was, back in my life then, was actually pretty true. I did gaze at myself quite a bit in the mirror. And that's a pretty appropriate character enhancement. So they gave me Mr. Perfect to debut my new character, the narcissist, and we talked over some really cool stuff for me in the ring and have as good a match. I was renowned for my mirror looking and flexing. I wasn't renowned for my tactician and technique in the ring. I was just supposed to get in there pretty much and just look good. And the guy in there was job was to make me look good.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yes. So anyways, I get in there, and Mr. Perfect, we lock up, and he mumbles something, and we break apart, we lock up again, he goes, what are we doing? And anybody know, Kurt totally blanked and didn't know what we were doing, so we ended up getting through the match, and needless to say, it wasn't one of the greatest matches on the card. Everybody expected to be, even with me in the match, to be a pretty good match with Kurt Hennig involved. And back then we didn't have as much internet, but they have all these Wrestling Observer guys, and they grade the matches 1 to 5 stars. I think they had maybe a 5 being the best, maybe a 1.5 stars with Mr. Man. Perfect. So I got grilled that it couldn't have been Mr. Perfect's having responsibility. And they all said, man, Lex Luger's debut, disappointing debut at WrestleMania. Even Kurt Hennig couldn't have a good match with Lex. Doesn't bode well for his career here at WWE. But I'll never forget that, how I went in there and Kurt totally blanked. But anyways, that being said, I think we are, this is the first real foray. We've been in the wrestling entertainment business, and Kurt Hennig happens to be one of the guys who's not with us anymore. And I know some of you guys, and I don't mean this in a downer way, Google dead wrestlers. The guys that got involved, and everybody called me back within like a half hour when this thing had to be put together, because we know Satan's had a stranglehold in the wrestling industry for decades. And I'm, by God's grace and mercy, standing here before you today, only because of him. So we're just, this is our first event. We're going to see what he does with it, with the WWO organization, World Wrestling Outreach. We're going to do some, we're going to work with FCA, because they've been around since 1954, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're going to help us because obviously WWO is a brand new nonprofit organization, ministry. That's going to, we're going to provide like a hotline support for the guys and some health and wellness advice. Some Nikita Koloff back there is an ordained traveling evangelist. Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, who couldn't be with us today, he wanted to be. And most of the guys, all I've talked to, Sting and Shawn Michaels, and everybody's going to be involved, and just try to give the guys an outlet where if they're struggling in their lives or anything's going on, because travel, as us guys here wrestle, the demands and the travel can really catch up with the guys. Sometimes they can really go down some wrong paths. So we just want to be here to lend encouragement and support. And if they need spiritual guidance, we're gonna point them to in the right direction.